Hello all guys, welcome back to my video again. I want to show you about real estate in New York. Okay, let's talk together and listen me about real estate. Are we nearing into end of seller market in New York City real estate? More than the real estate market remain very competitive. Monthly corrective activity is still running 30 seconds of above seasonal average, with monthly new supply running almost 25% above typical level after year plus by PVC. Market is showing sign that it may be slowing down. Demand appear be moving from white hot to bad and hot, suggesting Medan may be move from the seller market toward and more stabilized market. Return to the of supply after speaking about pandemic to nearly about 100 unique activity listed and investor in more than fell below in 5,000 million January of lowest level in buyer for year. Yeah. Anh trong dây muốn nè lại đặt cho nè tiền nè đặt nó 500 lên 100 mà riêng ban vòng after speaking pandemic of 1,000 unique activity its lowest level for year. This drew and listening comfortable buyer and pawn as soon as possible, increasing competition and price similarly to the 2018 to 2085 peak when inventory average to closer $4,000 at the time listening discount on were exciting apartment and recently trade above their asking price today, while overall inventory below recent average is on and trend driven and part by several months of higher than average new listening and short and remaining in on a slide down of last year. A seller are increasingly ready to take advantage of advantages of market additional. It demand finally get it food of the gas. At the same time, the light seller finally stepping up. Buyer might be ready to take greater to the my look larger. My end it's certainly not like trend yet, but number of contracts signed in April 2022. Thirty higher than usual, but then listening also come in an elevated rate. And time again the supply chain issues cycle back to staying. Mortgage of rates speak of if U.S. default of debt Moody's report and for larger price unprecedented growth in this decade. When unseen, when the balance pressures as supply and demand rise fall tandem market work neither to buy side or sell slide has much my coverage and activity continue. However, when a balance shift and suddenly however, when balance shift suddenly our element to one side at the expense of higher order market is low. Activity show with this demand the best case scenario and modern days that their volume and supply return to drag on activity price. Look at day on the market all time it looks seller find buyer until over 5 million are now staying on the market bit longer than they were earlier on the year, while the price point traded sideways luxury and nifty were driving force for the last market pass. So the increase the modern market less important than it was the end of 2021. Even with the 30% of demand normally buyers are not in the rush strike deal. Sideway luxury last year market saw increased time a target expand their happening for the finally comparison was virus and asking price and resolve unity so about buyer are not gently following the higher price while we median of asking price had not entire with 2017 record high of 1.395 million of median last asking price has an increase in October. The leverage suggests currently seller may overchange and maybe cooperation to increase time on market. Buyer are not interested in chasing higher price and make their choice known about ingression listing and discount about note disport in slide slowdown in the activity. The marketplace remain to higher competitive as buyer complete with one under discount this pressure in spite higher slide and unity discount and ridicule meaning buyer pay over the price to seal and deal during the 2014 to 2015. Market peak deal unlimited from less than 2 weeks were regularly trade and negative discount requestion buyer than was on and how much to sell. But my ITRA showed I spent in 2021 however only the few competition seem to trend compare 2014 to 2015 market, especially giving variable coverage deal volume in general. Buyer pay more pandemic there several years ago unwilling to buyer to say buying. What looked out for the recent season which speak traditional in mind way keep on eye on weekly contract sign number compare last month and last year's slowing price and wood the suggest we will buy is establishing combat higher than coverage number and listening coming market scale to trade for seller natural. Conclusion current market dynamic such leg buyer over then sense and decided it may slow down in deal activity. Deal activity increase luxury day on market and meaning asking suggests that seller market modern and real estate fading as a market head into this stage of year. Stable shift dynamic hit on more finance. State or affair is on a way where no incursion of part of any deal in other world back to normal. Thanks for watching my video. I hope and see my next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your spend your time. Don't forget subscribe and like. Don't forget comment on my video. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.